T. I am your host, Michael Ofwani X, and I got a special guest on this Care Day, my wifey, Kyra Ofwani. Tell the people about yourself because this is a special lovepreneur opportunity. I felt it was only right that we launched it with us talking about our experience on Care Day. We're gonna go through a lot of different experiences. We're gonna talk about our three C's is our main focus. Talking about the way that we are committed, the way that we are consistent, and then the way that we show care, and the way that has taken us to that divine connection and that divine protection, and just the things that we can do, and the real transparency of the things that we're working on, that we can really help build that community. Again, the beautiful thing I love about our Lovepreneur group is it's not just for married folks, it's for people seeking marriage, because marriage is the standard. But ultimately, our main focus is teaching a lot more divine masculines how to really do better in marriage, take more responsibility in marriage, be better financial stewards for their partners in marriage, and really just be more honorable to their wife. And so I have to be able to show that to our Lovepreneur group. And so this is definitely a video that I already know is going to be key to us, just explaining our journey and just a part of the build. This is also built for your YouTube and the different dance that you're doing and the multi-genius aspect of yourself, because it even gets into why our relationship is different, is because we have to tap into those many sources of ourselves and still be able to find cohesiveness. So a breadth of knowledge is my wifey. For those that don't know, she's gonna also talk about herself, but just some quick things I can say. This woman here is an industrialist, a political genius, a political activist. She's amazing. And most importantly, she's the mother of my firstborn. I call him Uno. Now we really call him Zion. His real name is Zion, but we about to have a number dose, and so that's amazing because without her, there is no multiplication. People are just seeking to be fruitful, but they're not multiplying their love, their care. This woman is amazing. She's an independent candidate. She's already ran a political campaign at the age of how young is you, baby?
I'm 30.
What, girl? Girl, what? Girl, stop playing. Listen, she see it's because the skin make you look like she's 22. You know what I'm talking about? And why is that? Because she is taking the veganism, the vegan route, and you wouldn't even know that she's pregnant right now as we speak. She got a flat tummy T. Jealous of her. You feel me? It, is this a Riz or a masterclass? Hey, this my hey, somebody, you ain't lying. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Why? Because this is what we get to do, right? When we are lovepreneurs. Because when you're a lovepreneur, you get to control the flow. And so this is a woman who has been able to take herself to, because it is still Care Day. I still got to get my Valentine's Day points, which I talking about. You know what I'm talking about? This is literally, and baby can confirm this. This is literally date number 2 scheduled. We actually scheduled this date in our life, and so it's an honor. It's a true testament to what we really do, how we really make sure that we take the time out. And so I've said enough, baby. Talk to the people. Tell them about the lovepreneurship and why they should join the group, the master class. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what's up,
pin that.
everyone?
That was
My
a
name's
good one.
Kyra. I'm a nonprofit attorney. So, really, today we're just going to get right into it. If you are a couple and you're looking for legacy building and you're looking to grow your business and you want to do it cohesively as a unit, then that's what Loverpreneur is about, helping you be able to shape how to work together in a healthy, positive manner, not only just in your marriage, but also in your business. So, that's pretty much all I have. We can get right into it.
Hey, my baby cooking. You already know because here's the truth, right? Success means nothing if your relationship is struggling, and so a strong marriage doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your dreams. You're able to focus, right? You're able to focus. So that's why we birthed the Lovepreneur Master Group. It's a 9-step blueprint to build our wealth, scale your business, and strengthen your relationships. Because too many people, and I see you from shout out to South Africa. We got some people from South Africa with us, man, all the way from South Africa. Y'all got to shout out to the gold mines. Make sure y'all comment things that we can work on, things that made your lovepreneurship a next level ship. Because you got to also write care if you care, write love day if you get love day. Because we want to make sure that we're highlighting love. It's all about couples as well as singles. But ultimately, singles, you got to make sure that you're taking marriage as the standard, because standard is marriage is what we talk about here of lovepreneurship, and we're taking it to the next level. All right. So let's get into the 9 steps, right? Because this 9 step program is really where we're going to dive in deeper as it relates to the flow. So step number one, right? We're going to talk about. So first, we're going to lay it out, right? We're going to lay it out, and then we're going to dive back into which one resonates most with wifey, and then we have a game that we're going to play to kind of show the different ways that we can build in a lovepreneurship group. But ultimately, so step number one, mindset reset and wealth rewiring, right? Mindset reset and wealth rewiring. Step number two, money and communication mastery. And again, we're giving you the game straight out, right? You don't even have to join Lovepreneurship to get this game. That's the value we give. But this is something that you can apply right now, right? To take yourself to the next level, because it starts with your mindset, right? Mindset reset and wealth rewiring. You got to figure out how money works. You're already making money, but you got to increase your relationship with money. Number two, money and communication mastery. You got to communicate better. Right now, me and wifey are practicing our communication mastery. We're also growing our YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, right? Step number three, branding and digital presence. We're working on our branding and our digital presence together. Step number four, making money daily, because you all can hit that link in that bio, that Beacons AI, Dr. Michael Ofwani, and you'll see our store where you can enroll right in our Lovepreneur Masterclass group. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all do that, because this is key, right? Because we're building a community. You can get that lifetime access or that monthly, right? Choose your choice. But whatever you choose, an indecision is still a decision. Indecision is still a decision, right? Don't forget that. So, step number five, working together without tension, right? You got to figure it out, right? You got to be able to get through the tension, right? And still get things done. Step number six, business automation and passive income. You got to figure out how to get your business on autopilot. I feel like this is where a lot of people get stuck, right? They become employees in their own business as opposed to being able to pass on that chip. Step number seven, social media sales and high converting funnels. Social media sales and high converting funnels. Step number eight, avoiding burnout and protecting your peace. You got to protect your peace. You got to stay cool. You got to protect your environment. And you got to be key. And then step number nine, long term wealth and legacy building, right? Because if you don't have a plan to pass on this wealth, you're just playing games, right? You got to be able to pass it on to your children. You got to be able to pass it on to your community and to those that you love. And so, baby, again, I'm gonna read through the nine just so that we know, so we can kind of get everybody in flow, and then think about which one resonates with you the most and which one that you kind of want to get into to talk about first. So, step number one, mindset reset and wealth rewiring. Step number two, money and communication mastery. Step number three, branding and digital presence. Step number four, making money daily, multiple income streams. Step number five, working together without tension. Step number six, business automation and passive income. Steps number seven, social media sales and high converting funnels. Step number eight, avoiding burnout and protecting your peace. And step number nine, long term wealth and legacy building. And so, of those nine, baby, which wifey, which one resonates most with you?
Um, yeah, I mean, I would say really the three most important would be two, five, and nine. But I would say maybe just like going in as a beginner, that number two would be important, especially if a couple is coming off of like both of them having a job, or they're used to not communicating about finances in general, just kind of knowing when the bills are due, but not particularly commingling money on a daily basis. That probably would be the first step of starting to build trust when you're going into entrepreneurship together.
That's amazing, baby. And she knows how I like it. You know, you gotta bring it in threes. We gotta bring it in threes. So let's step into each one. She started off with step two, so that's money and communication mastery. So we'll give you some quick points that we wrote down for that. So money shouldn't be a reason for love to fade, right? Step number two, money and communication mastery. This things that which we want you all to take home and apply today on Love Day. And it's things that we're working on and we're taking to the next level. And so we want you all to work on this as well with us, right? Because we're a community and we're a group and we grow together. So money shouldn't be a reason for love to fade, right? We're mastering, again, Kyra has this heart to heart framework that we're going to talk about. Mastering Kyra's heart to heart framework to remove money tension, right? Things that she does to remove money tension. We're going to talk about learning how to talk about money without triggering arguments. You got to figure out how to talk about money without triggering arguments. and then creating financial alignment so you're building together, not separately. And so, of those points, which one resonates most with you, wifey?
Mm, I would say the money alignment, probably, for sure.
For sure, for sure. And I guess and talk to the people, especially because we mentioned the heart-to-heart framework, just things that we do to remove money tensions and things that you've also learned from our mentors and our coaches that they've also taught us to implement to help us remove money tension that you think that the master group can grow from.
Yeah, so off grip, if you're a single, then learning your partner's financial history is going to be important. And what I mean financial history, I mean like how they grew up with money, how their parents spent money, how what their parents taught them when it came to money, and then how active their parents were in their life and their young adult period prior to being in a relationship with you as far as the responsibility of money and how they look at it. But if you're already married and you haven't had those discussions, I think that that would be definitely one of the first steps of just overstanding like the sensitivity of it. And then also just knowing each other's spending habits, the weaknesses and the strengths of each person. And so once you kind of know your partner's relationship with money, you guys can divvy out and delegate what responsibilities each person should have, who will be responsible for what, because someone might be better at budgeting and someone might be better at like making the money. So maybe the person that makes the money passes it to the budgeted person to be able to take care of the particular responsibilities. But if you guys have not discussed, your history with money, then you won't be able to like adequately determine who's better at what.
Amen, baby. Amen. You gotta drop the mic on them, man. You definitely hit it on the head right there. It's definitely that's such wisdom to be able to put people in the success of what they're good at and being able to just keep people in focus of the mission because it's always things are always gonna, especially in entrepreneurship, it wanes or changes from month to month based on the clientele, based on the season, based on the activity and the way that you're approaching your business. And so it's always important to be able to have a clear plan and keeping the end in mind, keeping you all together, because that's going to be critical to push through into lovepreneurship. So that was a great point, baby. And so then you also mentioned step number 5, which was working together without tension. So some points that we wrote down for that one was many couples want to work together but don't know how, right? So we'll show you, right? So we'll show you how to work together. And I think this one is so critical, because it's something I believe we've taken for granted. Personally, I have taken for granted just because we chose to work together so early on, and even just something as simple as us like studying together early, because that was our first interaction with us working and just learning from one another. I definitely think I took that for granted, in just the ability for someone to read, or how much people read. Like, you're a reader, you're such a reader that I started to take that advantage that everybody else out here reads, and I'm starting to see like, nah, they want that summarized version, they want that cliff note. You feel me? So identify each other's strengths and roles in the business, learn how to create a workflow that reduces stress and maximizes success, and then set business boundaries so you can be partners in love and wealth. Right. So, of those points, which one most resonates with you, baby?
I would say knowing what works best as far as like the actual work part. So I think that probably
This is
the
good.
tension comes in when there is maybe like a delegated duty between the couple, but not necessarily who's better at what or who maybe is passionate about a particular area of the business. I think a lot of times women end up by innately getting the organization, administrative duties, and different things of that nature. And sometimes that is what's necessary. And sometimes it works for that particular couple. But instead of just like it being okay, the maybe the man is doing like maybe the service, it just depends on what y'all's business is. And the woman's doing the administrative work. Like maybe the man is better at the administrative work and the woman's better at the service. It just depends, but you guys have to just kind of play around with what works better. And then also being flexible with like switching some of the jobs, especially if one partner is doing more of like the tedious work, being able to have that care to help them out, switch up and make sure that the business is still elevating, even if that may not be your everyday duty on the business. Is just a way to make sure that you guys are staying aware of who's good at what and what's needed for the particular business.
That's power, baby. That's power, baby. That's power, baby. I hope y'all are writing these gems. She's dropping gems. I hope y'all are picking them up. Hope y'all are picking them up because it's critical that we are able to work on and really relieving stress and tension from one another. Because that's one big thing that we are seeing is so critical. That is one benefit of being a lovepreneur is just being able to choose your schedule. Because imagine so many people have to go to work every day, regardless of how they're feeling, regardless of what happened in their marriage, regardless of what's going on with their child, regardless of what's going on with their family members in the political communities. Because a lot of these jobs, they don't care about you as a person, and so being able to choose your charitable mission is just one thing that's so critical to us, and that we truly honor. Step number 9, we see long term wealth, wealth and legacy building is the other one that you said resonated most with you. And so some points we wrote down for that one was what happens after you make your first 10K, right? You scale, right? What happens after you make your first 10K, right? You scale. And so that's what we think we always talk about in Lovepreneurship Group is how do you scale, right? But once you have a repeatable process, things that work for you, how do you scale? So we're always going to talk about scaling your business to the next level, developing a generational wealth plan for your family, right? So not just for yourself, but for your family. So we're also going to talk about setting up legacy building strategies that secure your wealth. I hear young Zion. You can actually bring our young intern in the call because this is
Okay.
a perfect. This is a
Okay, hold
perfect.
on.
Yeah, bring our young intern in. I hear him tripping. Yeah, so this is good because this is a good moment where we show the importance of when you have a community, when you build with your family, right? It allows you to be able to bring in your child into the mix because our child is also one of the our legal interns that takes notes for us, right? And so we're gonna read off these points. So what happens after you make first 10K? You develop a generational wealth plan. You set up your legacy building strategies that secure your future. You keep growing without overworking or overcomplicating things, right? So you got to take things to the next level. You got to take things to the next level. And so while Wifey is transitioning to get our legal intern, we're gonna read over some comments that we got in from the people. So we got some comments here. We got some comments from Milan. We got some comments from Milan. You can probably bring him on if he looking not too shabby. Cause I already know he want to get on there with Mama anyway. You gonna get so we had 20 minutes. We're probably going. Yeah, look at my little cute son. He probably now he just put the viewership up. Little cute. Son. I didn't know he was that cute. You cute boy. He like daddy. Where you at, daddy? Boy, you know where I'm at. Boy, you know where I'm at. I'm in that same seat you always trying to sit in when I'm not there. What you doing, man? Yeah, look at my little son, all cute, man. Look, you said I'm gonna be on this live. Y'all gonna do a live without me? Is that what you said? Talk to the people, son. Introduce yourself. I'm sorry, I didn't. Let me introduce my son real quick. I'm sorry, everybody get an intro. Okay, so this son right here is my Uno. This is my firstborn. This the one that came out of her. She literally. I'm saying like pop that out. I'm talking about why? Because listen, like only a woman can create. I'm talking about we men. We just can only watch in amazement. I'm trying to tell y'all, you can only be gifted to witness the birth of such a divine being. You feel me? And that is so real. And I'm so serious about that. I just want to in this moment I understand why everything happened to happen the way it did for this moment right here, because this is definitely warms my heart, and I know warms other people's heart. Just why we do lovepreneurship. Talk to him, baby.
What you got to say?
Don't lick the mic now. Now we're gonna need that later. Now, see, that's my baby boy. We practice with him speaking, getting his stage presence up because if he gets comfortable at this age too, by the time he's our age carrying the business, he's gonna be able to make these sales and be one of the Lovepreneur Master Group classes. So we're gonna read off those step 9 again for you, so you can answer which one resonates with you. We're gonna
Okay.
read off the comments, and then we're just gonna close out on our game, and then that'll be all for today. All right, is that okay with you, baby?
Hmm.
All right, all right. So step nine, long-term wealth and legacy building. Again, is what we read. What happens after you make your first 10K? Remember, you scale. You develop a generational wealth plan for your family. Set up legacy building strategies that secure your future. Talk about it. Actually, that's perfect timing now. I think about it. He popped in when he said legacy planning. He said, "How y'all planning legacy without me?" You know what I'm talking about? And he came into the picture. So that's perfect. Keep growing without overworking or overcomplicating things. And so, of those four, baby, which one resonated most with you?
I would say maybe legacy planning is the part, going into the relationship or into the business, like the same way that you make a mission and a vision statement for your business and like the pillars that that stands on, you should do that for your family as well. And so if anything is happening with the family, you guys are still always on the same mission. As long as everyone's following that, that kind of keeps everybody on track. And then also just like thinking in longevity, because sometimes we can just like hop into business, without thinking about how that's going to look long term when it comes to creating our estate plan and what will like realistically be able to go into whatever type of maybe trust agreement, or if you have life insurance and things like that. So that's not to say that you don't go into business, if you don't have funding, but it's just to say that it contributes to maybe lack of full legacy planning if you don't have the funds to actually build a trust, pay for the trust, get the life insurance and the insurances for your business, and then be able to scale a particular way. And it may take a little bit longer as far as like being able to double your business, because if you're coming in with $0, the likelihood is that you're going to make less than six figures that first year, and that's still fine. It's like good, you can maybe make 50, 75, whatever, however many what you're going to make that year. But if you're coming in with a couple thousand already or something saved or something to work off of, then you can multiply that even more. So just kind of planning ahead and thinking about the legacy part when you go into the business and the business that you choose.
Amen, baby. Amen, baby. And amen, working through that. I see Zion big head all in the screen camera. You know what I'm saying? Zion, you gotta get move your head so mama can talk better, man. But you did good with that one because that's definitely key legacy building and really being able to think about the future plan. And so, literally, I love still how you're a testament to that character and testament to many women out there, just or many, and also many husbands out there who also just see the importance of being able to teach your child and be there for your child. And so, I appreciate you just taking the time out to do this. I mean, so we're gonna read through the comments so we can zoom through. We got Milan. He said, "Yeah, the diversifying responsibility is definitely needed, so both partners feel equally involved." Brother Milan also pinned one of his comments. He said, "Yep, as a businessman, it's very important not to turn into an employee. I had to step back 3 years ago and have been way more successful." Facts. Great point. Learning your partner's history when it comes to financial responsibility is very important. Brother Milan, we might have to make you a moderator, man. Let me just add you as a moderator, man. That's how we do this. Cause yeah, when you start saying good stuff, we love that. So that's how, we literally just did that on live. Y'all saw him. He's now a standard moderator. So Milan, make sure you pop through every time you come back because we love people that add value and contribute to the live. He also said, yeah, great point. Actually, no, we read that one. We read that part. He said, yep, as a businessman, very important not to turn into an employee. I had to step back 3 years ago and be way more successful. That's a lovepreneur right there, right? That's actually a testament right there. Just we really got to screenshot that one. That was good. That was good right there. That was good. That was good. Yeah, screenshot that for me, baby. That was good. So we also got another one. He said he only has to wear his brace on when he works out, but otherwise he's off of it. I guess he. Oh, let me see what she says. Would you do me a favor? Please pray for my friend named Bronson. So he tore his MCL and sprained his ACL last season in football. He's doing better. She said he only has to wear his brace on. So yeah, we pray for our Brody. Definitely, you know how it goes. You know, you talking to priest, so I'm glad you know who can be prayed for. For me, what have helped when my wife was taking weekly small vacation. Milan, go ahead, keep contributing. Oh, this our also our South Africa brother. That's why our brother was contributing. Shout out to South Africa, always representing. Hello, sister from South Africa. Good. Hello from South Africa, brother. Excellent, excellent. We saw somebody. Steph said, "Is this a Riz or a master class?" That was beautiful. That was a funny one. That was a funny comment. You already know I was gassing her up. Boy, hey man, listen, that's my baby. What you talking about, man? And so we gonna this, it's still Love Day, and so this is gonna be our one little date thing. I'm talking about. We gonna play our little "Am I Tripping" game. We ain't gonna play it too long. because I hear my little youngin in the back. You know what I'm talking about? But I love him. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna read it off to the people. And again, this I'm my tripping game. If you don't know about it, you know what I'm saying. This game was won for my wifey when she stepped up as an independent candidate and spoke her piece to the owners of the show, Clay Kane and them. You know what I'm talking about. And so definitely they gave us one of these cards for pulling up. And so we play this game from time to time. And this is one of the games we play in our Lovepreneurship group just to take things to the next level. We're also going to talk to them about some partnerships. So reach that out there because, am I tripping? Make sure y'all get y'all cards. Am I tripping? You know what I mean? So again, we're reading it. So actually, let me read a better one. Let me send a better one. I ain't gonna read a weird one. Actually, these are kind of a little weird when I think about it because I gotta read it in third person because I'm gonna read it to you to answer. So it
Okay.
kind of makes sense. Okay, so look, my friend and her coworker have been flirting with each other for months, but they never went out. One day, I tagged along with her to a work happy hour, and I don't know what this is about to say, so bear with me, baby. Where I ended up hitting it off with her crush. After going on a few dates, I'm starting to feel guilty. I know she really liked him, but he obviously likes me more. And if she had a chance with him, he would have asked her out. Am I tripping?
Um, I mean, if that was her friend and her like, if that was her friend, yeah.
Facts.
If that
Facts.
was her
Moving on.
friend, yeah.
That's a big one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I've been with this guy who treats me great and checks off almost every item on my list. The election was coming up, so I asked him who he was voting for. I was shocked when he told me he couldn't vote because he had a criminal record. Although I truly like him, I broke things off. Am I tripping?
I would say yes, depending on the crime and his redemption rate. If it's something like it was like a petty crime, or if it was a serious crime, but he has done a transformation in his life and different things like that, then I don't think there's anything wrong with dating someone with a record. However, if he did something like, say, it's a financial crime or something where he was like a scammer or something, but you see that he's still scamming, like maybe probably not. But if it's like, it was like a misdemeanor or something, did something, and he's redeemed himself, then I think that, yeah, that would be tripping if you just automatically did it off grip and then had no context to it for sure.
That's great. That's great. That's great. And again, we're playing our Am I Tripping game. Make sure you get your Am I Tripping game. This is one of the good games that we play in our Lovepreneurship group, just for us to be able to discern and get a sense of clarity on how we react to situations through third party hypothetical situations, right? So I've been on a couple of dates with a girl, and every time she gave me an excuse for why she couldn't drive after pressing her, she confessed to owning a car but says she shares it with her ex. That sounds suspect to me, so I can't shake the feeling that she and her ex are still together. Am I tripping?
No, I wouldn't say that you're tripping unless both of their name is on the deed of the car. Then if they just sharing, it's still it's just a codependency type of situation. So no, I wouldn't say you're
Okay,
tripping.
that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. A friend of mine applied for a job at my company, so my boss asked me if they should hire my friend. I answered truthfully and told my boss no, but I played, but I played dumb to my friend when they asked me if I knew why they did not get the job. Am I tripping?
Yeah, they should have been real with their friend. They either should have
That's a good
just
one.
gave their
I gotta put
friend the
that over there.
alley oop, or they should have just told their friend straight up, like, I ain't trying to mess up my work situation by bringing you, type of
That's a good
thing.
one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because that's true. I didn't think about it like that. Because that's just being honest. Like, nah, I would. But then they'd be like, why you with the? But I guess maybe not everybody's good for a job though. That mean they can't be your friend. So
Mm-hmm.
that's true. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Said this one was. I was talking for a few minutes on a Zoom conference call when I saw a message referring to me flash on the screen. Does he ever f shut the f up? My coworker tried to play it off, but we all knew she was talking about me. I laughed it off. I made a joke just to get through the meeting. However, the more I think about it, the more I think I let her off too easy, and I need to find a way to get back at her. Am I tripping?
Say that one more time. I need to catch the ending.
So he said, I was talking for a few minutes on a Zoom conference call when I saw a message referring to me flash on the screen. Does he ever shut the F up? My coworker tried to play it off, but we all knew she was talking about me. I laughed it off and I made a joke just to get it through the meeting. However, the more I think about it, the more I think I let her off too easy, and I need to find a way to get back at her. Am I tripping?
Yeah, definitely let it off too easily. I don't think you should get back at them, but just have a conversation and to make it clear that that was disrespectful.
That's good. That's good. That's a good one. Next one we say the most I will tip for a takeout order is $5, regardless of the order amount. Am I tripping?
Yeah, if it was, yeah, yeah. If it's like $1,000 order and you giving $5, yeah,
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's that regardless. That's some cheap Wi-Fi, right? Like I
yeah.
got five on it. Or they said 15. Shit, said five. Yeah, $5. Yeah, yeah, you cheap on it. He said, I hate when I am minding my business while shopping and a stranger asks me questions like I work at the store. Every time it happens, I make a scene and go completely off. Am I tripping?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because people do that, especially if it's women. Like, I'll be shopping sometime, and like sometimes the older women be like, "You like this shirt? You think this shirt look good on me?" And it's like,
Yeah,
I don't
true.
work there, but it's like, they shopping by themselves. They just got a question, like, "What you think?"
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So they can't even go up on them. They just
Just being nice
communal. Yeah, trying to
or
be nice on them.
communal. Yes, that's a better word. They
Right.
just being communal.
I like nice on them too, baby. So it said, my teenage kids have blocked me on social media, so I have a burner page to monitor them and all of their friends. They are good kids, and I have not caught them doing anything more than typical kid stuff. But I feel like the best defense is a good offense, so I need to be in no. Am I tripping?
No.
Facts. We might have burner accounts for Zion. You
Yes,
already
for
know.
sure. If it's your kids and they kids still, yeah, because kids be getting into some stuff. Yes.
That's straight up. 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 He said, my ex and I have been co-parenting well for 5 years. Now that his girlfriend got a new job out of state, he wants to move and take our kid with him. I told him I was not okay with my kid being uprooted to another state just to accommodate his girlfriend. So they would have to be long distance if he wanted to keep joint custody. Am I tripping?
No, especially if it's a girlfriend. It would be different if maybe if it was his wife and they were in a
Yeah.
marriage. But if it's just a girlfriend and he moved to another state and trying to take the baby,
I
she
agree,
ain't
baby. I
tripping.
agree. I agree. Tripping, tripping. Yo, she said, yeah, she ain't tripping, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because it's like, yeah, you gotta protect the sanctity, and that's a good point right there. We want to bring people home on the lovepreneurship. What we're doing right now is hypothetical situations so that we can discern different scenarios and really just gain that clarity, that communication in the way that we handle things. And really, that point that was just brought up is the importance of finishing the families that you start and protecting what you're doing. So I got another one. So we'll do three more. So it said, my pet peeve is being around people who never have cash. Yes, I
They never
know
have
there are
cash.
that never have cash.
Okay.
Never have cash. Yes, I know there are cash transfer apps and cards, but I think it's crazy not to even have at least $2 on you at all times. Am I tripping?
I would say no. We've gotten such an electronic mode that sometimes we neglect a whole community of people that
That's
don't
good.
even have those electronic things by not like having cash. And some transactions just don't need to be tracked. So I agree.
This is good. This is good. We definitely gotta do that shout out to the Clay Kane show, man. This Am I Tripping game. Make sure y'all get this, man. We see a sponsorship coming from this, so we're gonna do this more. So whenever I buy an e-gift card, I send it to my email and forward it to the recipient after 6 months. I check to see if the gift card has been used. If not, I use it without telling the recipient. So far, nobody has admitted to noticing their gift card has been spent. So I plan to shorten the secret cutoff period
That's
to
funny.
3 months going forward. Am I tripping?
Um, yeah, kind of. They should just hit the person up like, "Hey, don't forget to use your gift card."
That's pretty smart though that you
But
checked it.
yeah, yeah, but that is one.
That's
that
pretty
that
gangster.
is
That's
something.
pretty good.
I
How
never
people
even
not
thought
gonna use their
about
gift
that to
card?
go back and check to see because I've definitely sent people gift cards on Amazon and never thought to go look and see if they used it.
That's so good, right? That's so good. Say I use it there. I know what to do with this. This is good. We got a little one. So,
It's funny.
uh, oh, this is good. So, oh, this is good one. This is good. My wife spends all her money on her adult family members, so I rarely offer to pick up the check when we go out. and this talk about lovepreneurship. She complains that I don't take her out and pay enough. Talk about Valentine's Day card, right? But I know whatever money comes out of my pocket instead of hers will just leave her with more money to spend on others. Am I tripping?
Yes, I would say yes for sure. Because if they, that means that they just aren't on the same page about how to spend their money and having boundaries around family and friends. And so opposed to having conversation about it, punishing the wife is not the most healthy route to go, or like gonna build and foster trust. So yeah, definitely tripping.
Agreed, baby. Agreed, baby. You know, you gotta definitely find more commonality in ultimately the family members, and just especially you say I'm not gonna. Actually, let me read that one because that was kind of weird. Now I think about when you say that. And so I rarely offer to pick up the check when we go out. Like that's almost as if it's a shot. It's different if you just can't even do it, but it's
Hmm.
like I choose not to. So that's where it sounds weird. So I agree. So say share a true story that happened on vacation that made you wonder, am I tripping? And we'll end on that one.
Okay. Mm. One time I went out of the country with some friends, and some of the friends like were like not trying to do nature things, like as far as like, like hiking or getting in the ocean and stuff. Like they was like on their phones a lot, or just like really taking a lot of pictures but not doing the excursions. And so the ones that wanted to do the excursions, we just did it anyway. But in my head, I was thinking like I would not pay for no package to not actually do the things. And I was just like, yeah, y'all tripping, y'all waste money.
I agree, baby. I agree. Yeah. And you got to see nature while you're out there, man. Because
Yeah.
like I remember, because to your point, as you were talking, I was thinking about that time we were in the sea, in the ocean, and baby, you was there swimming like a fish. You was there all comfortable.
Zion,
Yeah, we about to wrap it up now on my boy. I already know my boy over there doing something. Bring yourself over
come
here,
here.
Zion.
Come
Bring
here.
yourself.
Come here.
And on that note, we're going to end the live. Lovepreneurship Masterclass. Y'all know how it goes. This little funny group masterclass, how it goes over here. We're always taking things to the next level, making sure that we're transforming ourselves. Young Zion's okay. He over there just wanted to make sure. Look at my son. He brought that the doctor. He said, "Mama, I'm your doctor." That's my son. That's how I raised him to make sure he takes care of his mama. This is the Ofwanis. This is what we do, taking things to the next level. I appreciate my wifey for playing this game with me. This is our love day, the way we also spend it as well. Also with you all, our lovepreneurship group. Make sure y'all join the master class. Make sure y'all enroll. Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you take yourself to the next level and choose your lovepreneurship most importantly, right? Choose yourself. Choose your family. Choose your love. Choose your entrepreneurial pursuits and do not give up because I promise you it is worth it. You are worth it. You are worth everything. And baby, is there anything you want to leave the people on before we close out?
Yes, to just finish families that you started and think about what's gonna work best for your family and longevity. Even if it's not exactly the same way as another couple, you just have to figure out what legacy planning works for you.
Amen, amen. And this is my wife, man. She does an excellent job multitasking, watching the baby while doing live. She's an amazing woman. Make sure you give your divine feminine a round of applause because I'm going to make sure I give mine, Nat, because I'm telling you, it's all about the XX, man. Make sure you take care of your XX wherever you go. Throw up the X. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Ofwani X. We representing everywhere we go. One love, our land. Ayy.